Everybody, welcome to the Passive and Aggressive Podcast. This is the second episode.
Number two. It's always better than one.
Yeah. We go balls deep in KSI versus Logan Paul and all the drama behind it. What I think, what Dalton thinks.
I don't think I think very much about it.
I don't think he thought anything in this whole podcast. Khabib versus Ferguson, who we think's going to win. How hyped we are for that fucking fight.
Mm-hmm.
As well as all the other fights on UFC 223.
It's going to be a good one.
Picks. Frankie versus Cub 2. And why I think Frankie is making terrible decisions. But I hope he proves me wrong. Okay. Wonderboy versus Till got announced. Yeah, we talked about that a little tiny bit. And then Motor City My League updates.
NBA 2K18. Talk about that. How far we're doing. How good the team is
Motor
doing.
City My League updates.
Oh, you remember the name. That's good. Yeah.
Got the notes right here, pal. And then we talked about NBA and some other sports shit. Probably hockey and stuff like that.
Some shit.
So, enjoy.
Because you're retarded. Nick. Quit blowing on dicks and come do this podcast.
So are we starting?
I'm just talking.
Okay.
Are you still doing your marathon? I keep asking you that because I'm expecting you to, stop doing it.
Why?
Not like...
You think I stop shit all the time?
You're not just going to decide to quit because that's not what you do. You'll never decide to quit, but you'll just casually wean off. Something will get in the way, and then you'll just stop. And then you'll be like, well, I didn't have enough time to train.
No,
Guess I won't
motherfucker.
do it.
I'm doing it no matter what.
No matter what.
Yes.
So you're preparing.
Well, not right now because I'm fucking sick.
Mm-hmm. See, this is how it starts.
I'll tell you what, if I'm sick from now until October, then I guess I'm not doing it.
That's some bitch mentality, if you ask me.
Yeah, but I'm fucking doing it. After jogging those 8 miles the other day when I was sick, like a fucking retard.
You want to run a marathon?
Yeah. Because I went into that jog with a negative mindset. Like, you never want to go into a jog with a, oh my God, I don't want to do this. And then you dread every second of it.
Right. It'll be exactly what you expect.
Yeah. And typically that's not the case. Like, when I jog outside, I get excited. Like, I'll go smoke a joint. Just go outside and it's fucking all shiny out and shit. You
all
see
shiny?
a fucking a goose or maybe a couple of them and maybe a deer when you're running. So I get excited. Like, I'll start jogging, looking in the woods like, fuck yeah, this is dope. Breathing the fresh air. It's way better than a fucking treadmill. Sure. You're just running in place, staring at your stats, and it fucks with your head, and it's just stupid.
Sure.
But
or
typically,
natural run.
Yeah, typically I'm excited to run, but I was sick. I was congested.
It's cold.
Yeah, and I told myself in the beginning of the day when I had a little moment where I was pumped up at work, I was like, oh, fuck. I feel okay. I'm going to jog 10 miles today. Fuck it.
How'd it go?
I fucking forced myself to jog, but it wasn't a good experience at all.
You only got 8?
Yeah, I got 8.
You suffered the whole time.
Yes. I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get 10, but at the same time, I think it was a smart decision to not keep going because I've been sick since then, and that was a fucking week ago.
Yeah, you really got to give yourself some rest.
Yeah, it's a stupid decision. Like, I was on lack of sleep and my immune system was down. And instead of giving my body time to rest, I told my body that it's a little bitch. And I pushed it really hard. And then I got less sleep.
It continued to be a little bitch.
Yeah, and then I woke up Friday morning feeling like death. And it's been the same ever since. But I'm weaning off now, which is good.
So that's where you're at right now. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like too many people who have that mindset, don't be a little bitch, use it at the wrong times.
Sure. You can't be like that 24/7.
Right. And some people are like that, and it can be dangerous to yourself. Like, you're gonna injure yourself. You're gonna wear yourself out mentally and
you gotta know
physically.
your body.
Yeah. And that's something I've been learning because I it's hard for me to just take a break. I can't justify it.
Because you look at Cameron Haynes and Joe Rogan wow, these guys are just running all the time. Look at their Instagram, just running.
Joe Rogan ain't running all the time.
I see him running those stupid little footsie shots.
Yeah, but
shoes.
He ain't running that hard, man. I mean, he's running hard, but he's not running Cameron Haynes hard. You can't compare the two.
Oh, God.
That's like levels to this shit.
Shouldn't have brought him up.
Cameron Haynes is a fucking animal.
Yeah, so you see him doing all this hustling. You're like, wow, well, how can I not do that?
Right.
It's because you have weak knees, Nick. Weak knees, bad lungs, and you're kind of fat. That's what's wrong.
First of all, go fuck yourself. Second of all, I can do it, and I am gonna do it. I promise you, I will.
You promise?
When I do run a marathon, I want to hear you eat your words on the podcast after the fact.
How about this? When you run a marathon, I'll run it with you.
Bullshit.
That's how much I think you're not gonna do it.
I am doing it, dude.
But then if you are doing it, then I'll run it with you.
If you're gonna run it with me, you gotta train with me too the whole time.
I'll probably just quit.
Exactly. Fucking lying ass motherfucker.
I said I would do it with you. I didn't say I would finish it.
You probably get like 3 miles in and be like, fuck this shit. I deserve better.
I'd imagine I put in at least a good 14.
What's the longest you've ever jogged?
5 miles.
Yeah. The longest I ever jogged was about 6 miles before the 8 miles. And at 6 miles, I felt good. Like I was in a good mood. I wasn't sick. And when I finished the jog, I wasn't exhausted. My body wasn't worn down. But after jogging those 8 miles while sore and sick, those last 3 miles were fucking hard. Like after that 5 mile mark, because I secretly told myself in the head, like, okay, if I get 5 miles when I'm sick, that's okay. But I'm going to try to get further.
Yeah.
And those last 3 miles, I started to feel every single little bump in the rocks with your feet. Like if it wasn't a flat surface and you stepped and it was like...
A little wobbly?
Yeah, I felt every fucking part of it in my soul.
Thanks.
That shit hurt. And then like my knees, like you said, which they have extra bone growth, so they cause tendonitis when I overwork them out.
They've been carrying a lot of weight.
Yeah, my whole fucking leg. Yeah. And they started to hurt. Like I started to feel like every step was heavier. It was like, fuck. I'm like, damn, goddamn, this sucks. And then once that happens, your mind starts fucking with you. Your breathing starts getting harder. And pretty much those last 3 miles were me just struggling. Like my average time was going up by like 15 seconds every fucking time.
You watch it the whole time? You were just
No.
Okay.
It's the Nike app and it tells you after every mile. Like
I turned the audio
pace, off. 10, 23.
I noticed that they added the voice guided runs like with Kevin Hart and shit.
I haven't done one of those. That'd be sick.
I feel like that would be really fun.
Fuck yeah, Kevin Hart is funny as hell. And he's a hustler. Like he's a...
I feel like it'd be super easy to be motivated by.
I feel like he's a mini Rock, like to a T. Like he hustles like The Rock and he's small.
Why do you think they're in all these movies together? Because they're exactly the same person, except one's a mini-me.
Kevin Hart's funnier. The Rock's the People's fucking champ, though.
Peepers?
The People's fucking
The Rock's
champ.
a better entertainer.
He's
Kevin
the most
Hart.
electrifying man in sports entertainment.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Don't mock me for pronunciation if you're going to do that
shit.
shit.
People's champ, the Brahma Bull.
I hate you.
He was my favorite fucking fighter.
Speaking of fighters.
Wrestler of all time.
Speaking of fighters, you've been talking about this YouTube bullshit, Logan Paul, boxing, KSI.
Yeah.
Can you give me some details? Because you kind of been talking about it vaguely this whole time.
Okay. So when I first heard about YouTube fighting, I was like, are you serious? You got YouTubers fucking fighting
it seems
at
silly.
An organized event with fans and tickets and sales and like live coverage of it. And I just thought it was all bullshit. Like seriously, there's people out there that train their asses off every fucking day just to get in the UFC and possibly be on TV.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna make less money than.
And these fuck boys are just famous on YouTube. They got their following, and they fucking go out there and get millions of views. And you can't really hate on it. You really can't. I mean, if people are gonna pay for it, it's entertainment at the end of the day.
Sure.
Like, yeah, I think it's kind of like a backhanded slap in a way to professional fighters who are trying to do the same thing. But in the end, it's kind of not. Because it's not necessarily even fight fans that are watching it. Like, I didn't even know about the first fight that KSI had with some other YouTuber. I don't even know his fucking name.
Right.
I watched it. It was like...
So this has been like a thing before?
Just recently. Like KSI and this other guy is like the only two that I know of. That did like a huge organized event. But they got millions of views. They got like 44 million views. Yeah, like 44 million views, dude. That's fucking gnarly.
Man.
Like no UFC pay-per-views ever gotten that many. Obviously, I don't think that was at one time.
Right,
I think at one point there was millions though.
Also, you get bots and shit.
Probably true. But regardless, it fucking sold.
Yeah.
And now they're doing another one, and they're doing it with KSI versus Logan fucking Paul. Logan Paul just, I don't even know. Like, researching this topic kind of hurt me, like, a little bit.
In the soul,
Yeah,
a little bit.
It hurt my inner.
Insides.
It hurt my inner. I was watching his vlogs because I have no idea what his background is. I know he wrestled when he was in high school, so obviously he's probably got good discipline. He's probably got good, strong work ethic, and he knows how to, like, get out of shitty situations and how to deal with them temporarily, and you know, like, making sure your weight's good. So discipline. But boxing is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Like, wrestling will give you the mindset, absolutely, but it's not gonna teach you how to block and fucking throw a punch and shit, you know?
Absolutely. And KSI won his last fight, right?
Yeah, I think he TKO'd the other guy, and he trains. He fucking trains at the Mayweather gym.
Just crazy.
Yeah, well, only because of his popularity too.
Yeah.
And they all love it. Like, everyone's respectful to him. Like, they're not treating him like shit. He even trained with Michael Bisping at the EA Sports UFC game thing. It was pretty fucking
That's
funny.
pretty crazy.
Bisping was showing him the basics. Like, I got taught my first day jiu-jitsu. Like a Kimura mount, stuff like that. And there was one point that I just started cracking up because KSI threw a low kick at Bisping, and Bisping wasn't expecting it. Like, he didn't throw a hard one, but he touched him.
Yeah.
He was like, like laughing, and then Bisping just walked up, fucking ragdolled his ass, threw him down like that. It was so funny. It's like, Jesus Christ, that motherfucker's strong.
Like, let me show you. I think you definitely underestimate how good the professionals actually are.
Yeah, it's a whole different level.
Absolutely.
Like, when you look at, that's one thing I hate when I watch fights. Like, even like my uncle or some people will be like, that guy's only 155 pounds, I'll fuck him up. I'm like, no.
Absolutely not.
You're not going to fuck him up. It's like watching a professional football player and saying, you know, I could have made that play. It's the exact same thing.
Such bullshit.
They're professionals in their own sport. Like, they're the cream of the fucking crop.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna get to that level, even if you're bigger.
Even the worst player in the professional leagues is going to be 10 times better than you.
Right. And I'll imagine a professional MMA fighter in a top 10 UFC or a champion. You're not gonna touch them.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna be able to handle how gritty they are. Just in general, like somebody
what they've been through, how much training they've done.
Yeah.
They're going to be ready for literally everything.
Right. Like somebody like Khabib or El Kukui. God. Like those motherfuckers.
Since we're talking about MMA,
I can't fucking wait, dude.
Listen.
For that fight.
Khabib versus Tony. I want to take a quick side note because we've talked about Khabib and Tony before. There's this other Russian who's in Mark Hunt's camp. It's going to be really hard for me to remember his name. Zadid or something.
I don't know.
He's 14-1.
What division?
Fuck, I think he's 155. We have to do some research. We're going to do a little bit.
I don't know offhand.
Quick research.
What about him?
Well, he's apparently...
Does he train with Khabib?
I think he trains with Khabib, and Mark Hunt said that he's one of the most talented fighters that he's seen.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's from Dagestan like Khabib. Those motherfuckers are crazy out there.
I think I'm absolutely getting my details wrong, so don't...
You're making shit
Everyone
up.
hold your breaths.
Dillon's over here making false accusations. Mark Hunt's gonna come over here and just fucking one punch his jaw off his face.
It might not be Mark Hunt. We'll see.
But if he trains with Khabib, he probably has a Sambo background. And Sambo is...
Isn't that dancing?
No, motherfucker. It's wrestling.
Samba?
Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. I don't know. Just
right.
go ahead and slide that over.
His name is Zabit Magomedsharipov.
Magomedsharipov?
Magomedsharipov.
I'm 100% positive you're mispronouncing that. But
I am not. Magomedsharipov. That's a tough name, man.
what about him?
Hang on, I'm getting to the details.
Yeah, get to the deeds.
He is already a seemingly competent fighter. This is Reddit. We're just reading a Reddit comment.
Jesus Christ.
He'll impress you with how strong he is standing and grappling. He's dynamic as fuck. He's a spinning shit, apparently.
Oh, we're throwing spinning shit now?
Throwing spinning shit. He said, don't worry about the spinning shit and think that he's like super untechnical. He doesn't have his foundation. He really does.
Did he just have a big win against anybody, or?
Well, he's 14-1, and he did just come off a win.
I
think he's fighting in this card, UFC.
Oh, is he?
223.
Pull up the card then.
He's in the pre-prelims.
Like the bullshit Fight Pass prelims?
Yeah, Dana's trying to sell him. Everyone's all over
Dude,
this
nobody
guy's
buys Fight Pass.
I know. That's why he's trying to sell him.
They should, if they're trying to network it like that, they should do the same thing WWE does and put pay-per-view fights on there and charge like a monthly subscription.
Don't they?
No, they
not
don't
like
put
actual, but they like reruns and shit.
reruns. Yeah, but the wrestling one, they do like their actual pay-per-view events on there. And if you're trying to have a business model where you have long-term subscription,
I don't understand why you went there too.
People.
They're too stuck on the pay-per-view thing.
Well, because they make a shit ton of money off of it. But you figure
I feel like
people are still going to buy pay-per-views. And hardcore fans are the only ones that are going to be subscribed.
Hardcore fans may buy both.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially if you're having a party and shit, whatever. But UFC 223. God damn, dude. I don't even know who to pick for Khabib Al-Kukui. I listened to...
We're not talking about that. We're talking about Zabit.
He's fighting Cal what? How do you pronounce that name, pal?
Bosniak.
Bosniak? I never heard of him. He's 8-0.
I thought you would have some information on him, to be honest.
3-inch reach. I know I'm slacking. Oh, this is featherweights too? Damn, he's like 6 foot.
Well, anyway. Alex Caceres and
Keep an eye on him.
Artem
Ooh, the fucking legend. Artem.
The hammer.
Dude, I love the comments after every Artem post. It's Artem the GOAT. Like, no one can fucking with Artem.
I kind of feel bad for him. Like, if he read any of these comments...
He does. He comments on them all the time. I heard him on Ariel Helwani's podcast, and he was talking about it. But that's a really good fight. Lobel versus Caceres. Do you know anything about Alex Caceres?
I like Alex Caceres. I watched his fight with Yair.
Did you?
Yeah.
He was on The Ultimate Fighter with Michael Johnson in them.
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, Michael Johnson
like the first couple, but...
Yeah, he's like Bruce Lee. That's his idol. He comes out like Bruce Lee and shit. He has a pretty good ground game, and he's light on his feet. I think Artem has way more knockout power for sure. As far as cardio, Caceres, ground game, Caceres. It'll be an interesting fight. The only reason why Artem's still in the UFC is because of his popularity. The only reason why he's popular is because of, you know...
Connor.
I mean, he's a fighter's fighter, though.
Yeah.
He's never backed down out of a fight. He never backed out of a challenge.
Yeah, you can't discount him for anything.
Yeah. He honestly critiques himself. He openly admits why he's still in UFC. So, you can't hate on the guy. Like
Right. Anyway, what else do we got?
Paul Felder versus L.I. Quinta.
I like Paul Felder. We saw him live, right? When he was here in the LCA?
I don't know if he fought in the LCA.
I'm almost positive.
I think he did.
He wrecked.
Yeah.
I remember because he's super fucking pale. But he's super fucking ripped.
He should be your fucking idol.
Fuck you, man. I'm not that pale. Paul Felder is paler than me, and that's saying something.
I don't know. You're both fucking pasty.
Thanks, buddy. Anyway, you think Paul Felder will win, or what?
I don't know. L.I. Quinta is no slouch. He's a fucking beast.
13-3-1 versus 15-3?
He beat Kevin Lee.
When?
Back in the day. He hasn't fought in a while because he has all kinds of beef with Dana in the UFC. I don't know if you know any of it.
No.
But like he thinks UFC fighters should be paid more. And he opens his mouth about it. Like, he got a big mouth. After one of his victories, I forget who it was against. I don't think it was Diego Sanchez. That was his last fight. He knocked Diego the fuck out pretty hard.
Damn.
Like, out cold. And Diego's a warrior who usually doesn't get knocked out. He'll get rocked but come back up and start swinging. And he puts out his chin like a fucking lunatic. No.
And then he went down.
Yeah, I quit that fucked him up.
Damn.
But after one of his fights, maybe it was Masvidal. I think it was against Masvidal. He beat Jorge Masvidal too at 155 pounds. So he's a beast. And all the fans are booing him. And while he's doing his interview, his post-fight interview, he goes, "You guys booing me? You guys booing me? Hey, I fought my fucking ass off for you. Fuck you." And he just walks off the stage. They take the mic from him.
I mean, can't blame him.
I can't blame. Yeah, you can't blame him. But like,
I hate people that boo at those fights, man.
Right, but you can tell is that he's a very intense guy. He's a New Yorker kind of guy.
Yeah, you know how they are.
So yeah, when he felt like he wasn't getting paid enough, he was running his mouth, and it kind of hurt him, but it kind of benefited him at the same time. He didn't fight for a while. He started his own real estate company. I think he got a new contract, and I think he's happy now, which is good because he's a phenomenal lightweight, and he shouldn't have been on the shelf for so long because he can definitely be in a top 5 situation.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Paul Felder is amazing standing up. So is Al Iaquinta. I think it's going to be a stand-up fight. Al can wrestle, though, so he can take him down if he wants. He trains with Aljo, Chris Weidman, Wonderboy, all of them.
All right. So they're really good on the ground.
Yeah.
That's
going to be a great fight.
Who you got? Who you picking?
I'm picking Iaquinta.
Are you?
Second round TKO. All
right,
I'm feeling it.
I'm going to go Felder then. I'm going to go decision.
We can bet a shot on this one. For sure.
I'm going decision. I'm not sure how I feel about it because they're both...
Going decision?
Yeah, they're both bangers, but I think it's going to be a war. That's what I'm expecting.
It could very well be a war. But I think Al's going to tap that ass.
We'll see. Best shot.
What's next? You hearing shit?
You just got really quiet. Michael Chiesa and Anthony Pettis.
Dude, I forgot about this fight. This card is stacked. It's at 155 pounds, right? Yep. Okay, good. Because Pettis should not be 145 pounds. He's too big.
It was rough, yeah.
Man. I don't know. Pettis...
I want him to win so bad.
He was a killer.
Yeah.
He really was a killer. He has the tools to still be a killer. It's just his mindset. He's fucked up mentally. He was on Ariel Helwani's podcast, and he was saying...
fucked up mentally?
I'm saying, like, he mind fucks himself before fights. At least that's what I think. I could be completely wrong, you know? Right. Like, don't take my opinion seriously. Like, tell me to fuck off, Pettis, and I'll fuck off. But, like... He said on Helwani's podcast that his last training camp was one of the worst training camps of his life just because of all the emotional shit that he was going through. It was personal shit. Who knows? Maybe his bitch fucking cheated on him or whatever. Something happened.
You can never know.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's the reason why he's been losing, if it's just been mental issues or doubt.
I'm sure it affects one way or the other.
Right.
With how high skilled this stuff is and like the margin of error. He was talented
and he was destroying everybody. He fucked up Joe Lozon with a phenomenal head kick. He fucked up Cowboy with a fucking kidney kick. He rocked and then submitted Benson Henderson. Like he submitted Bendo. He submitted Bendo, who's not known for getting submitted. At the time, Henderson was a savage. He was the champion. And then after that, he fucking submitted, what's his name?
No. Yeah.
No, he trains with Nate Diaz and all of them. Gilbert Melendez. And Gilbert's a fucking animal too.
Yeah.
And then he just started getting on a losing streak. I think he lost Rafael dos Anjos. And he's just wrestling. Oh, he lost to all the grueling guys that grind, that grab you, take you down.
He lost the grinders?
Yeah, he lost to Rafael dos Anjos. He lost to Eddie Alvarez. And then he lost to stand-up battle to Edson Barboza. And then he just kept losing, man. It's kind of sad. He had a couple wins in between, like L.I. Cantra, or not, whatever the fuck his name is, Brazilian guy.
Charles Oliveira?
Was it Charles Oliveira? Oh, yeah. He submitted him. Which, once again, like, he's great on the ground and standing up. He just got to own that shit.
And then he lost to Holloway.
Well, Holloway's a fucking animal.
Obviously.
Holloway, I love that fucking guy, dude. He's going to be 155 eventually. If he beats Brian Ortega... There's nobody really left for him, other than maybe Edgar.
I know a guy.
Connor? He ain't going to 145, that's what I'm saying. Holloway would go to 155.
You don't think that'd be a big money fight?
Oh, it'd be a huge money fight. Especially they did that shit in Hawaii. But it'd be... Goddamn geese in the background. I told you. These mics are sick. Told you. Oh, I hope the fucking... Oh, these headphones are sick. I hope the mics pick that up.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry, guys. We just heard some ducks about 50 feet away from us outside.
But anyways, it would be at 155 pounds, not 145 pounds. Connor, I don't think he can get to 145 pounds anymore.
I don't even want to see it.
Even if he can, it's not healthy for him, and he doesn't have to. He's earned that right to not do that. I mean, unless he's trying to truly defend the featherweight title. But it's not like he has a history of defending titles, so what's going to make him start now?
Yeah, doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, but I think it's very plausible for Holloway to come up 155. If he beats up El Kukui or he somehow beats a Khabib, then he 100% gets Edgar. Yeah. You know what would be the fight, though?
The fight?
For Holloway to go up to 155? Holloway versus Diaz. But they like each other. They're friends. Yeah. Man. If they fought, though, that would be a sick fight, dude. I don't even know who'd win. My money's always on Nate, just because Stockton, motherfucker. But that'd be a phenomenal fight. Those guys would fucking throw down.
That'd be ridiculous.
Let's throw down.
Talk about a war.
Yeah, they both got cardio for days. They both got the same mindset.
They both punch just lights fucking out, and they both have steel chins.
Yeah.
The fuck?
I don't even know what would happen.
It's like giant robots fighting each other, man.
Why haven't... I'm a genius. I thought of that shit.
You're a genius.
Nobody thought of that.
No one else has thought of that.
I thought of that.
No one else in the world.
I didn't steal that research anywhere. Okay? I don't have to cite nothing with that one. Nate Diaz versus Holloway. They need to book that shit. Coffee's done.
This was done like 40 minutes, but I probably should have turned it off. Anyway, let's move on with the fights.
Oh yeah, Pettis Chiesa. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked.
Yeah. What do you got?
Man, I want Pettis to win in my heart. I want Pettis to win, but Chiesa just is coming off that Kevin Lee loss. I'm sure he got a lot to prove. Chiesa is he's a wizard on the ground. If he can get Pettis down, he's probably gonna submit Pettis. But Pettis is a fucking beast on the ground too.
He's pretty slippery.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Pettis. I think he can handle Chiesa's jiu-jitsu on the ground. I don't think he's as good as Chiesa, but his stand-up's the X factor. Unless Chiesa just tries to drag him down and grind him out for 3 rounds. Which is impossible because it's not a 5-round fight, so that hurts Pettis.
Time's a factor.
Yeah. But
he survived Charles Oliveira's jiu-jitsu, so...
Maybe, he said he's on the right track with this training camp. I'll take his word for it.
Track, baby.
Old Pettis is going to come out. First round, KO.
Whoa.
Ayo.
Holy shit, off the fence, maybe?
Oh, no. He ain't Showtime, man. He ain't Showtime.
Show's over, boys.
If he does that, then that motherfucker's back.
That'd be crazy.
Oh, man. Poor Michael Chiesa.
I'm going to go with Chiesa, I think. He looks pretty physically imposing compared to Pettis. He's actually quite bigger.
Chiesa is a big boy. He says he cuts from like 190 pounds. Isn't that nuts?
Narts?
Gnarly. I was going to say gnarly.
It's Narts, guys. But yeah,
that's fucking crazy because BJ Penn and Frankie Edgar fought at 155 pounds.
I don't know how BJ Penn did it. Like,
BJ Penn fought heavyweight
doesn't make sense.
against Lyoto Machida. Do you know that?
Sense. Yeah, I do. Doesn't make sense to me.
He was fat as fuck. He was chubby, BJ. Lyoto was chubby too. True. But yeah, BJ's a legend for sure. I'm going with Pettis. You're gonna go with Chiesa. How does he do it? If you say decision for every single one of these,
rear naked choke, second round.
Throwing my coffee at you.
Did you hear me? Rear naked choke,
second round. Rear naked choke. Okay, I can see it.
Should have had a shot on it. I don't know who these guys are.
I'm not too worried about it. We can skip it.
Okay.
Why is that above those guys? I don't know.
If anyone knows why Renato Moicano and Calvin Kattar are above Chiesa Pettis and
I don't get it.
Iaquinta Felder, please let us know. For now,
there's better fights on the FS1 prelims, dude.
Rose Namajunas, Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Fucking A, man. Joanna's my baby girl.
This is a loaded match, man.
She got that Polish power, baby.
There's so much like emotional shit happening with this fight.
Is the Boogie Woman coming back?
The Boogie Woman?
The Boogie Woman?
I don't think so. I feel like if anyone wouldn't be scared of the Boogie Woman, it's Rose Namajunas.
She looks like the most miserable champion I've ever seen in my life.
She looks like she don't give a fuck.
She looks like she doesn't want to be there. Like
I said, she don't give a fuck.
Joanna looks like she's a pissed off Barbie doll.
Absolutely, yeah. She looks like she looks like a villain. She looks like she was created to be angry and evil.
She is the villain, and I love it.
A little bit, yeah. She's the villain that wins.
The fuck out of everybody except Rose, and I do think she was intimidating Rose. But the fact that Rose didn't let Joanna see it mentally fucked Joanna.
Yeah, like maybe this isn't working.
She did have a horrible weight cut. She was cutting weight for several, 12 hours plus consistently of 1 pound. I think I could be way wrong, but that's what I heard.
As always,
it was the worst.
Make sure you fact check.
Weight cut of her life. Yeah, she trusted her nutritionist. She didn't do anything herself. She trusted the process. Like they say, no, you're gonna lose most of the weight at the end. Blah blah blah. So, but it was a hard cut for her. And when you have a hard cut like that, you're not 100% when you fight.
Yeah, it definitely affects.
You're dehydrated. You're 100%. And when you're dehydrated, you can get knocked out easier. Your lights will shut off faster. So that's very possible that had a factor to it. Is that the reason why she lost and got knocked out? Probably not the only reason. The other reason was she got fucking rocked and punched right in the jaw. And Rose wasn't intimidated by her. So this is a very interesting fight. I'm going with my baby girl, Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Not surprising. You've been picking her for every single fight.
And I've been right so far, except this one.
Until the last one. And this one. I'm going to go with Rose again.
Joanna's going to TKO her in the 4th round.
Okay. You're just stating it as a fact?
Yes.
That's not what you're betting. That's just what's going to happen.
I seen it in my dream.
You got the sports almanac.
Like Redoom getting finished in the 4th round, and I had that dream, man.
You were almost right.
I was right. I said knockout in the 1st round, though. Mm-hmm. But how does Rose... If you say 1st round knockout again. If she does that, then holy shit.
I'm glad I didn't pick decision for the last fight, because I'm going to pick decision for this fight. Once again.
You think she's going to outstrike Joanna?
I think...
Or do you think she's just going to ground and pound her or just drag her down?
I think she's going to know that Joanna's going to be coming with a vengeance, so she's got to mix it up a little bit. So I think maybe she takes a page out of Claudia's book, except she doesn't fucking blow her load in 2 rounds.
The only thing, though, is you kind of have to be that explosive.
It's true.
And blow your load for 2 rounds.
Joanna's going to challenge you to do that.
Ground.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I don't know. I mean, it's tough, but that's what I'm going with.
She can't win this fight fighting like Claudia.
Obviously not exactly like Claudia.
She has to use her technique. She's a wizard on the ground.
Yeah.
Namajunas is, for sure. She's an athlete. You hear stories about her in the gym all the time doing these crazy flying arm bars and these back flips and all kinds of acrobatic shit. So she can definitely do it. She's very talented in so many different things. She can sing her ass off. She can play the piano. She can fight her ass off. She's a dope chick, man. Dope chick. Pat Barry got a good one.
And you're rooting against her?
Yeah, I gotta root for my baby girl, the Polish Power.
Can you want to sing?
She don't have to sing.
Fair enough.
Are you gonna go talk to Joanna and tell her to sing?
I'll ask her nicely.
Yeah? What is she gonna do?
Nicely worded email, maybe. She'll send me a video back, I'm sure of it.
She's really nice to fans.
Exactly. Oh, fuck.
I want to hear your input on this fight first.
Okay. Tony Ferguson.
I got a lot to talk about.
El Kukui versus Khabib, the Eagle, Nurmagomedov. Fuck, man. This has been long in the making, obviously.
About 2 years.
Yeah.
It's been canceled 3 times.
3 times?
Yes.
That was just twice.
Once because Tony got injured. Once because Khabib got injured, I believe. And then once because they missed weight. Yeah. Almost positive.
So, Khabib is on a fucking wrecking path. He's literally not able to be stopped. But El Kukui is fucking El Kukui, and he kind of does whatever the fuck he wants. A little bit. He'll mix things up. I don't think it's going to be an easy fight, Khabib. It's definitely going to be the hardest so far.
The thing about El Kukui is he fights so non-traditionally.
Yeah.
He's incomparable to any other UFC fighter out there right now. That motherfucker throws shit at the weirdest angles. He's literally
super unconventional.
He'll dance in the octagon once he gets loose. He throws these sharp fucking elbows, sharp ass elbows, and that motherfucker just looks durable as fuck. I watched his training videos of him. I don't know if you know this, but he literally goes up in the boonies, big ass mountains in California, and builds his own gym from scratch, like hammer and nails.
He goes. Like, he does this a lot?
Yeah, that's where his training camps are. Like, he'll build his training equipment and all that. Like, he'll literally make, like, a big platform outside, put these metal beams up or punching bags, and set it all up himself, handcrafted, so you get that fucking workout, that functional strength workout, and then you're also working out your tools, you know?
Right.
I watched a video the other day of him leg kicking this big-ass metal pipe, and every time he kicked it, you hear, like, a bing, and then you see it move, like, 6 inches. And it's a heavy-ass metal pipe. He's showing him how to move it. And his leg didn't even get cut.
How? How is it? I see fighters do leg kicks, hit other people's calves, and like, Jesus, how does their fucking bones not just break?
Because they do it so much. And that's what I'm saying. It's scary watching El Kukui train. He trains in a crazy way. That motherfucker put a 100-pound backpack up and just run a hill for up and down, up and down, up and down.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love his mindset.
Some Rocky shit. So anyway, yeah, he's super unconventional. I think it's going to make Khabib a little uncomfortable. He's not going to be able to just walk forward, maybe strike, and then bam, take it down, you're done. But he's going to have to try to take him down once the unconventional shit starts coming out.
He's going to have to take down Khabib?
No, Khabib's going to have to take him down once the spinning shit, the elbows, all that shit start coming out. And it's going to be out of a state of, like, I need to do this, though. It's not going to be driven, like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to bully you like Michael Johnson and all those guys.
And then he has to deal with El Kukui's ground game.
Right. Then it's on El Kukui to be slippery.
His 10th planet black belt.
Yeah. I think he could do some damage.
Yeah, he got some wicked elbows. His ground game's phenomenal. His guard's phenomenal. He's finished several people on the ground. Mm-hmm. But Khabib's ground game is on another level.
Yeah.
Like, there's levels. Like, when they say there's levels to this shit, as far as ground games go, it goes Khabib, then maybe, like, Daniel Cormier, then everybody else.
And then, like, 10 feet of dirt, and then everybody else.
Yeah. Like, Khabib is unreal. Everybody knows his strategy, his game plan. Everybody drills motherfuckers bigger than them, taking them down in a fighting camp.
Unless they're fighting a bear, it's not even
every
comparable.
fucking day getting taken down. Frankie Edgar said that you had Edgar, you had Eddie Alvarez constantly going after Edson Barboza, all camp, constantly trying to take him down. They said at the end they couldn't take him down. And Khabib took him down like it was nothing.
Like he was a child.
And then it beat the fuck out of him that first round.
It was insane.
Like the fuck out of him. Edson got up, like, I don't even think he knew where he was.
Yeah.
He's like, Jesus Christ, I just got bullied, beat down. There was nothing I can do. Like, that feeling when you're a white belt in jiu-jitsu class and you're rolling with a blue belt who's trying to just practice their techniques on you. Mm-hmm. And they get you in these weird-ass submissions and these weird-ass positions.
It's like, what do I do?
And there's literally nothing you can do. The more you struggle, the deeper it gets. It's like you're drowning. And a professional fighter, top in the fucking hardest division in UFC, top 5, got murked. So it's I don't know. Khabib's stand-up is okay.
It's serviceable.
Right. He knocks people out. He has power. It's just awkward.
Mm-hmm. It is stiff.
And he definitely, I was watching some of his highlights from his older fights. He leaves himself open.
Yeah,
his MMA debut, or not his MMA debut, his UFC debut, like he got caught a few times, but it didn't rock him. Mm-hmm. But he got hit flush. And that worries me when he fights Conor. Mm-hmm. Because I can see Conor doing the slip, fucking auto one punch.
Ring the bell.
Right. But as far as this fight goes, we're not even going to talk about that because that ain't even going to happen if he can't get past El Kukui.
True. I don't know. The way when you were describing it, I can just picture it now. Khabib just wrecks him, and then Tony's left after the fight, just wondering like, what the fuck what was I supposed to do?
I think it's more than likely going to be that.
Yeah.
But I just can't say that for sure because it's El Kukui. Mm-hmm. I was listening to the media press conference, and they were talking shit to each other the whole fucking time.
Of course.
And Tony just sounds so like cringe-worthy.
Oh, does he?
But at the same time, he's polarizing. Like, he's himself and he don't give a fuck. Like, he just says the random shit.
He's carefree.
He's like, I can't even hear you, bro. I'm working out right now. And the kid like, what are you working out? What is this? You're on a phone call. and they're both talking shit. It was hilarious. Like, Megan O'Leary was putting shit on her Instagram that had me cracking up. Like, I need to get these on t-shirts. It just quotes them talking shit to each other. But when I heard the media conference call, I was like, kind of sounds like Tony's emotional. Mm-hmm. And then I listened to one of his lunch media things that the MMA Hour or MMA Fighting, whatever. It's the same people.
Sure.
They recorded it. It was 40 minutes long, and it's him talking to the media. And I was just like working and taking a shit, listening to him, and I was dope multitasking, you know. And he sounded calm. He sounded collected. Like he sounded like he knew what he was doing. Mm-hmm. He's confident for this fight. And that made me think of Kevin Lee. Like, Kevin Lee could talk a lot of shit, and then Kevin Lee didn't get in Tony's head. So I don't think he can get in Tony's head. I think it's going to be a war. That's what I think. I think it's going to be exactly what we expect. A crazy fucking all-out war.
Can't believe it's happening.
I don't think Khabib is going to dominate him on the ground like he dominates everybody else. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to get his shots in on the ground for sure, but El Kukui's going to get his shots in too. El Kukui will fucking just dive in on your ankles. Do some weird-ass, non-traditional 10th planet shit. Mm-hmm. He's going to hit him with fucking elbows all the time. Khabib's going to be bloodied up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be really the hardest challenge that he's faced.
Who are you going with?
I don't know, man. This is rough. You could basically, like, flip a coin, I feel.
I've been going with Khabib this whole fucking time. But I'm going to go with El Kukui.
I talk you into it?
I talked myself into it. I feel like he's smooth right now. I like where his head's at. And of course, as you know, the mental game for me is more important than
like
the skills.
99% of the fight.
Yeah, for me. It really is.
That's ridiculous, dude.
That's why they have mental coaches, dude.
You need a mental coach.
I'm
going to go with Khabib. Like I said, I can picture it. I'm 99% sure that it's going to happen.
By decision, by ground and pound finish, by what?
We'll say TKO.
What round? What round are you feeling?
Third
round?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with El Cucuy by decision. Here's the thing. Khabib's never been in a 5-round fight.
Never?
No.
Like ever?
He's never he's never gone 5 rounds. I could be wrong, but from what I remember, he's never gone in a 5-round fight, at least with an elite fighter.
So are you thinking that Khabib's going to go in,
I think Khabib may gas out.
End it really quick, and then Tony slips out?
I think Khabib's going to dominate Tony for the first round. Second round, maybe.
Slow down a little bit.
And then Tony's going to get his shots in.
Third round, the Nate Diaz effect comes in.
I think I could see it happening. I could see Khabib getting bloodied up in the second round. He's like, this has never happened to me before. Little doubt gets in your head. Tony's over here getting loose and goose. He's getting out there throwing those ring angles and shit.
Yeah, and so Khabib's going to panic wrestle. It's not going to be how he normally wrestles, and so...
Right. If Khabib's cardio is there, then yeah, he's probably going to win by decision. But I just got a feeling that Tony's going to outwit him and just outwill him. And that's hard to say because I'm talking to a fucking Dagestani Russian that's probably had a crazy fucking childhood and upbringing. But like,
he fought bears.
Yeah, and his dad's no fucking slouch. His dad's crazy on him.
It's crazy.
But I just like El Cucuy in this. There's too much. Like, Eddie Bravo trained him. So you got the 10 Planet right there. He was an all-American wrestler. He played all different kinds of sports when he was growing up. So he's an athlete for sure. I like where his head's at. He's gritty. He's tough as fuck, and his cardio is unreal. Like, Rafael dos Anjos, what Rafael does to people. So did Khabib. Khabib did it worse.
Yeah.
But Khabib did it for 3 rounds. Tony did it for 5. In Mexico. 5 rounds. And what happened, like, Kane in Mexico, you know, who's like a cardio heavyweight machine. But whatever. I'm feeling it. I think Tony's gonna do it.
Well, we'll see. That's definitely, like, the most exciting fight in recent memory.
Dude, I've been waiting for this fight for years.
Yeah.
I was like legitimately heartbroken when Khabib didn't make weight. I was watching the live show of it from Ariel Helwani when he's whispering about the weights. And he talks like this because he thinks it's cool. And it kind of fits, but it's kind of weird at the same time.
You're just talking shit about Ariel right now?
Oh, yeah. I love Ariel. I get most of my shit from him. Okay. Thank you. And I was heartbroken. Like, I was watching it to the last minute of when it was cut off. I was just like, he's going to walk out like a knight in shining armor in this. But, like, I was just playing with you motherfuckers. But he didn't.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but that's UFC 223. Speaking of, I know I talked about Frankie earlier, briefly. You know he's fighting Cub Swanson, right? In like a month in New Jersey.
Coming off that loss.
Coming off that knockout.
Lifted him off the ground.
His first ever stoppage. Fucking nuts. And he was starched. I heard him on, once again, shout out to Ariel Helwani, on his podcast. And he believes that he wasn't knocked out. He's like, I know I wasn't all there, but I was definitely still in it. Like, I kind of knew what happened to me.
Everyone fucking says that.
I wasn't concussed. I've been hurt worse after the gym. I'm feeling fine. And I'm like, dude, you got rocked. Your brain definitely took damage. Like, I don't care what you say. Maybe you weren't like a traditional concussed, but it's completely unhealthy for you to bounce back like that. And it kind of sucks because Frankie's a legend. And he gets so close to these title shots, or he gets so close to getting the title. And then, like, Jose Aldo happens, or in this case, Brian Ortega happened. And he didn't have to take the Ortega fight, but he did it just because that's how Frankie is. He's a legend. He's a fucking fighter's fighter. And now he's taking this one. And I just hope it's not too early. I would hate to see him getting finished by Cub Swanson when it's clearly because he is chinny right now.
He's still recovering.
Like, if he gets knocked out again pretty quick, it's bad. It's like Michael Bisping getting wrecked by Calvin Gastelum. You know, I just hate to see him go like that. Because if he loses the Cub, he's not getting another title shot. If he beats Cub convincingly, then he's right back in the case. Like, after Ortega, it'd probably be Frankie. But I wish he just gave it more time. kind of hurts me a little bit.
It always sucks to see athletes just be that reckless, just because they had that drive, that competitive thing that got them there. But
I can totally relate with me jogging while I was
you're
sick.
literally just talking about it. You're literally sick and you fucking run 8 miles.
That's not on a professional level, so I don't want to try to compare myself to anybody.
Sure.
But I understand it. I understand the mindset. But I just wish his coaches and that would step in and say, no, just do us a favor.
I'm sure
a few more months. Like, I think he's only rushing because this is in New Jersey as well, and that's right next to his hometown.
Maybe he wants to retire.
No, he definitely wants to be champ. Dude, he's thinking about cutting down to 135. He could easily do it. He's a small guy. You see how big Ortega was against him?
Yeah.
I think he's still trying to strive for greatness. He's trying to get that 145 and 135, be the only 3-weight champ. But that'd be tough.
You got to get one first.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting past Holloway. And then Frankie versus Dillashaw would be amazing. I don't know who'd win there. Dillashaw is not, like...
He's a monster.
We're not even going to talk about this right now.
Yeah. Let's talk about something else. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Let me shift the focus a little bit.
Real quick. Wonderboy versus Till in Liverpool. I just had to say it.
That'd be crazy, man.
I think it's too soon for Till.
When is Liverpool?
Why you put me in the spot like that? It's May 28th, May 24th, something
Ariel
like that.
Helwani not told you when?
Oh, he did, but you
guys weren't listening.
But then I got hyped. So, yeah, it's in May 24th, 28th, some shit like that.
Yeah, that'll be definitely a good fight. I want to see Wonderboy in an actual fight.
Well, yeah, he fucking destroyed Masvidal in that stand-up fight.
True.
You've seen that.
Yeah.
It'll be a great fight. I just hope it's not too early for Darren Till. Like, you got the name, you got the accent, you can fucking speak Portuguese with a Scottish accent or Irish, whatever it is. And he has the skills. He's fucking unbelievable at striking. He's one of the best strikers in the UFC. He got a great following. He got all this hype behind him. Why go straight for the races? Like, why don't you do what Conor did? How many fights did Conor take before he got the title shot? You know?
A few.
Yeah, like, do another couple easy fights, build your way back up into, like, he's like number 7 right now. Maybe fight like a Neil Magny or a Gunnar Nelson. And then
not only do you prove yourself a little more, but you get more experience on your belt. You're better prepared for those big fights. And then you get
more marketing too. You get a bigger following behind you, so that when you get to the Wonderboy fights, the fights where you got to put your all in it, and it's probably going to be a war, you're getting your money's worth and the recognition behind it.
Yeah.
Like if you do it now, you're still going to get a lot of fame, but probably not as much.
Sure.
So business-wise, I don't think it's the best decision. I understand the drive behind it. He wants to prove that he's the best striker in the division, and the best striker right now is Wonderboy. I just hope it's not too early for him. I hate to see him lose just because of that. Give him a few more fights and experience. I could see him beat Wonderboy. But right now, I think it's just a phenomenal fight. I can't wait to fucking see it.
That'll be good for sure. Wonderboy is just got the best fucking striking.
Yeah. Did you ever hear him, like his first sparring stories? He went into gym in Colorado. I forget the name of the gym. It was where Brendan Schaub, Shane Carwin, George St. Pierre, Rashad Evans, some other people, like a lot of really, really, really good people, champions and all that, trained there all the time.
Triforce?
No, that's in Canada. Nate Marquardt was like the leader that recruited most of the people there. But Wonderboy went there once and started sparring people, and they heard he was a striker, and everybody couldn't believe how good he was. Like, he sparred everybody. Nobody could touch him. Like, even George St. Pierre couldn't fucking touch him.
What the fuck?
Yeah, his striking is unbelievable.
That's insane.
So it's going to be a crazy fight. And I could see it going either way. Like, I don't even know that much about Till. I know he has an unbelievable record outside of MMA. So does Wonderboy. His kickboxing record is, like, 47-0, something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a wait-and-see thing right now, because they're both good. Yeah,
it's going to be a great fight. In Liverpool. It's like the first card in Liverpool, I think. Or at least in a long time.
I don't think it's the first.
Maybe.
I can almost definitely remember.
You can't, though.
I remember Bisping fighting there.
Fucking mouth. Bisping?
Yeah, I think he's from
Manchester.
You're right.
Yeah. Fuck out of here.
Dillon Danis. You were telling me about him. Like, he's some up-and-coming, super exciting guy, right?
He's not up and coming in that sense. He's been around for a while.
In UFC?
No, in his name, as far as his name goes, his recognition in the game, just from his jiu-jitsu background. He got most of his fame from training Conor for the second Nate fight. you know him if you've seen him on his Instagram. I guarantee it. And he's like very similar to Conor, like his mindset and all that. And at first I thought, wow, look at this douche, you're just trying to be just like Conor. Like, how typical. But after hearing several of his interviews and just how he was in the past, and it seems like that's just how he is. He's genuine. Okay. And he got most of his fame from his brown belt tournaments. And in jiu-jitsu tournaments, not that many people just go for it. Like, a lot of people play it safe. Because if you go for it, you can set yourself up to get submitted. But if you play it safe, like the worst case scenario is you get a draw. So some people will look at their, like, what's more important, going for exciting finishes or having a clean record. Right. Dillon Danis didn't give a fuck, and he was always going for exciting shit. Yeah, which he has like a Nate Diaz record almost, like a lot of losses. I think he's 18-16.
A lot of losses, but they could have been wins if he had just
potentially
focused a little
and
more.
His fights or his jiu-jitsu matches are exciting, and he's extremely good on the ground. He went the distance with Jake Shields, who trains with the Diaz Bros and all them, and he's phenomenal on the ground. Like he beat Damian Maia in a UFC fight, and that was just ground game. Like he's that good. But he's lost to Gary Tonin twice, which I also wanted to bring up Gary Tonin because he did have his MMA debut. And the reason why I'm bringing up Dillon Danis is because he's going to have his MMA debut in Bellator. I forget. Bellator on April 28th, 198. And he's fighting Kyle Walker, who's 2-3. And he's, based on like when I looked at his record, I don't know anything about him, but he just looks like a...
Kyle Walker does? He just looks like a run-of-the-mill guy?
He looks like a guy that's there just for people to build up on him.
Sure.
He's lost to submissions more than once. So, and Dillon Danis has been training at the McGregor camp the whole time as the stand-up, I imagine. He's trying to get good boxing. And McGregor's head coach, John Kavanaugh, has a jiu-jitsu background. So he's getting his rounds in. And,
for sure. So he is up and coming then? He didn't have his debut yet.
Yeah, he's exciting to see. And if he comes in and if he's looking fresh, if he's looking like how Gary fucking Tonin looked in his debut, he'll be like Bellator's next big thing. He could be a huge star.
Maybe this is where we start watching some Bellator.
Oh, dude, Bellator's legit. I love everything about Bellator. I love Scott Coker. He's a phenomenal president. Everybody talks well about him. I've yet to hear an MMA fighter talk shit about Scott Coker. Everybody says he's a stand-up guy. He's honest. He's to the book. If he says it, then it happens. Like, he'll never just say shit to lie and make you do things like, well, if you want this money, you fight this one more fight and then we'll negotiate your contract, but then you lose and they're like, fuck you, like, shit like that. Shit the UFC pulls, Bellator won't pull that. So, I hope Bellator does well.
Yeah, they're what the UFC should be.
It's what the UFC used to be.
Yeah.
But, like, that's how the UFC got to where they are. You got to be savages in that game. They started that. Like, they brought the UFC, which was from nothing, all the way to this billion-dollar company that it is now. And it's so popular now, and it's just getting bigger.
But some competition will be good. Bellator is doing all the right things. Bringing people in.
That?
I did hear that.
I cracked my neck.
Sounded like you punched a hole in the wall.
But we are watching that for sure, and I'm excited to see Dillon Danis.
April 28th, guys.
Yeah. I brought up Gary Tonin because Gary Tonin's beat Dillon Danis twice. He submitted Dillon Danis. He's phenomenal on the ground. They both are. I believe they both train at. No. Dillon Danis trains with Marcelo Garcia in New York, and then Gary Tonin trains with. He trains in New York as well, I believe. I forget the fucking guy's name. He's phenomenal. He's an extremely good coach. He was just on Joe Rogan's podcast talking about GSP because he helps GSP. Fuck, I can't believe I forgot his name. Brain fart. Anyways. He was in Gary Tonin's corner. He had all these extremely good coaches in his corner, and he's fighting in the one championship. That's a different, like a lower fighting league. Yeah, and everybody thought he was just gonna be a pure ground guy. Like he was just gonna start the fight standing, just try to get the guy to the ground and submit him. Kind of like what Mackenzie Dern was trying to do her whole debut, but she couldn't. And he was the complete opposite. He was light as fuck on the feet. Smooth, like changing positions, changing his stance consistently. Had his hands down, he was loose. There's a couple of times he looked like he was gonna get caught, but the guy he was fighting wasn't that experienced either. Like he was winging his shots. He was tough as fuck. Like he was taking a beat down, but he wasn't extremely talented. Like Gary Tonin was slipping some punches, getting some mean uppercuts, and he rocked the guy several times. He dropped him. He's like doing his fucking hard ass ground and pound, and he finished him in the second round. He looked he looked legit. He easily looked like he could be a top 10 fighter in the UFC. And he's fighting at 155, so that just makes it even more exciting.
Wonder if he gets poached.
Eventually, he is for sure if he keeps this up. But it's just exciting to see these different organizations with superstars in the making. You know, and I just think it's cool to take note that Dillon, Danis, and Gary Tony are like the top 2 names in jiu-jitsu, starting their MMA careers off at similar times, and just watching them both. And I would love to see them fight eventually. That'd be a dope fight.
It could be like a lifetime rivalry for them,
right? What were you gonna say after I really interrupted you?
Killed the mood. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm just kidding, dude. Did you know that there is a game coming out based in Detroit?
I did not.
It's called Detroit.
What is it about?
It's called Detroit Become Human. And what is it about?
Become human.
Become
Do they think
human.
we're a bunch of fucking zombies or savages up in this? Are we roaches in Detroit? Black Mirror style? Is that what's going on?
You asked me to tell you what it's about, and then you just started yelling at me about what you think it's
theorizing.
about. You're dead wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. Not even possible.
All right, go on with this bullshit story. Because my game is obviously better.
It would not be better.
Bro, people
just described a Black Mirror episode.
People thinking Detroit's roaches, but Detroit's like, fuck that. And then we defend ourselves and we fucking kill everybody. Yeah, that'd be a dope game.
Let me tell you how the story breaks down. You play as 3 characters in this hypothetical situation.
Scenario.
Couldn't say that word, yeah. In Detroit, where you're in this, like, it's like the near future, and Detroit has, like, had a breakthrough in that they've started developing androids.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's very plausible. We're the automotive city.
Factories start churning out androids to replace all of, like, the menial jobs, like road work and, like, maids and shit like that. So these androids getting created, and they're, like, lifelike. They look like humans, and you're playing as 3 different androids.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know how you just said, like, they're making androids to take over these jobs?
Yeah.
Maids, whatever. That's a real thing. Like, that's happening.
Like the kiosks at McDonald's?
What are people going to do?
Use the kiosks?
No, as far as jobs. Like, people are going to have to start getting unique and witty with their shit. Kind of like
Elon Musk needs to get people in the fucking Mars.
Kind of doing what we're doing, like having a podcast and trying to do Twitch episodes and stuff like that. Everybody's going to have to do their own little side gig.
Sure.
Eventually.
Well,
are they going to have more online e-commerce jobs or something?
Opportunities will present themselves.
We'll see, hopefully. But
there's one thing that drives people, and that's money. People will find a way to make money.
It's true.
Even if it's in a shitty way.
A lot of them old motherfuckers are going to be pissed, though.
Are they?
Yeah.
They don't have to pay their workers anymore. All they have to do is pay an electricity bill.
I'm saying, like, old people that are working still, like 50s and up, that are just, like, they're going to be, like, 30 more years or 20 more years in their job, and they like, 10 years
That's going to be us, bro. We're not retiring ever.
No, we're going to be podcasting for real.
That's true. That's going to take off. Anyway, so in the game, you play as 3 different androids. You play as one, Marcus. He is, like, a liberator. He's trying to free all the androids because they're being oppressed, and obviously humans don't consider them as living things, so they treat them like things. Like, if you get mad and you throw a chair, but an android. But they have feelings, and so they comprehend the shit, and Marcus wants to free them.
Do they have consciences? Well,
that's kind of the debate. And that's what you're going to figure out as you play the story. There's another one, Kara. She's super naive. She's a recent model that escaped from a factory.
Oh my god, my name's Kara. Like that kind of naive?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's like nice naive. Like, she's the maid or nanny for this little girl and her single father. But the single father's a drunk. And Kara, who we were playing, loses her memory or something. She gets reset. And the little girl is all scared, and turns out that father is very abusive, and she broke Kara, and then she had to get reset. And
the girl broke Kara?
No, the guy.
Oh, okay.
The abusive father. And so he's being abusive to the girl, and so you choose. The whole game is about your choices. You choose whether or not you help this little girl. Or,
of course you do. You slap the fuck out of that.
There are so many choices. You can, obviously you try to help her, but you can fuck it up in so many different ways. Or you can do it right in so many different ways.
That's cool.
So it's the choices that you make that matter. Like, you could kill the abusive father, you could just escape with the girl, you could escape by yourself. You could.
So is it kind of like a Fallout type game where your decisions impact the rest of the game, like a Mass Effect?
It's definitely a lot like that, but it's
Just different kind of story.
it's a really focused on the story. Instead of like Mass Effect, where you're shooting people, and then in between you make cool choices. In this game, you're just making choices throughout, and that's basically what it's about. And then there's a third android.
Is there shooting at all, or any type of like?
Then there's a third android, and his job is to find and arrest any deviant androids.
Oh shit!
So androids that go off the grid and start.
He's like the Punisher of androids.
Basically, well, he's like you start off the game as like an investigator. So he's negotiating with this other android. He's got a gun. You've got a gun. You have to choose whether or not you just want to shoot him. But he's got a hostage. It's this little girl. Apparently very focused on little girls, but whatever. So you have to be really careful with it. You got to find evidence.
What if this is like a test and you're supposed to be like Will Smith and Men in Black and just fuck up the little girl and ignore all the aliens and the androids?
I mean, that'd be pretty fucked up. I love games like that. I love games like this where it like tests your moral or mental boundaries and like pushes you to limits.
But I have statistics on this shit. They look at which type of individual from which age group makes decisions, and then see if it's a trend or see if there's like an oddball out. Like, that motherfucker might be a serial killer. We gotta
use it as like identification.
Get him out of the game. Shit. I wouldn't be surprised. Dude.
Turns out this player literally killed everybody he possibly could, and the police are on him.
Yeah, he's on the fucking watch list now.
Yeah, but game comes out in May 25th, I think. So it's coming out really soon. You should watch some trailers for it. It looks super good.
I would definitely watch you play it.
It's only on PS4. Also.
I'll definitely watch you play it. Is it like multiplayer?
No, like I said, single player, completely story driven.
Yeah, I'll watch it. But one thing we do got to figure out is I got to figure out how I could play NBA without you.
Buy it yourself.
Yeah, like that's not an option.
No, it's not.
We got to figure out how I can do it.
Okay.
Because I need to practice.
You can download my Steam account onto your computer.
How can I play it on the computer?
You play it on your computer.
I mean, on the TV.
Okay, well, you can't.
Can I do it with that?
No.
Why?
You cannot do it with this MacBook Pro. It's not going to play NBA 2K18. Graphics too advanced for one, and two, there's no HDMI cord. Buy it yourself. You're not going to... You can play with me. It's fine. You'll learn better with me guiding you anyway.
Me anything.
I try my best, man. I don't know a lot of shit.
Anything.
I haven't taught you anything.
In so long.
You learned the things that I know.
You told me like the past 5 games you're going to teach me how to dribble well.
I told you I would tell you how to do the step back move, not how to dribble well. I'm not going to put you through a fucking dribble course.
You need to.
What do I look like?
You need to get those fucking security cones.
You want some cones?
Yeah, pull out some cones. Make me do my thing.
I hate you.
Don't you want me better, man? Don't you want better content, bro?
Can't you just do better by yourself?
You gotta put the work in. You're supposed to train me.
Why are you trying to be so like better? It's lately been me that's been fucking up, like on defense and missing shots and shit.
You got curried last time.
I did get curried. Oh, that game didn't technically count.
Yeah, we gotta run that back.
We were playing with a third. The game got reset for some fucking hell.
With Sam, but she wasn't playing horrible. You were the one that was playing worst.
I wasn't playing the worst at all. I got the first 11 out of 13 points. Just because Steph Curry was raining threes on me.
How many points did Steph get?
That does not mean that I did bad at all.
I didn't get that many points, to be fair, but I did
shut down. You
didn't
even shoot it that much.
Right, and I did shut down Thompson. He didn't get that many points at all either.
Yeah, like 14.
Yeah, the whole game.
Right.
And last time we played him, he got fucking
42
40-something on us.
Bullshit. I fucking hate the Warriors. But anyway, that's from our NBA 2K18 series that we are posting to YouTube. You guys can check it out in the show notes.
Yes, and we will also be Twitch streaming it eventually.
Eventually, we'll get there. But for now, you can see our updates. I'm a point guard. Nick is a small forward. He sucks, but
I'm 98 overall.
I'm trying to carry him
trying to make it realistic. I'm 6'8", 250 pounds.
Yep, 250.
That's right. Bullshit. LeBron does not weigh 250. He weighs way more than 250. I'm telling you.
Bullshit. There's no fucking way.
He's 6'8" of muscle. Are you serious right now? Are you serious?
250 sounds about right for that size.
No, it does not.
So what? They're fudging the numbers to make him, seem lighter? Why would they do that? Why?
I don't know.
Good reasoning. I don't think that's the case. But you are the white LeBron. I'm basically the...
I want to be, but I look like the smug, skinny, fat, tall guy on NBA. Like, I don't look ripped.
You can't make yourself more ripped. It's not a thing.
When I gave myself an afro, to be fair, it looked like I kind of got more developed.
100% a placebo. He's serious.
It worked, though.
Anyway, you know what else we should play? This game that just came out a couple days ago called Sea of Thieves.
I seen you and Martin playing it the other day. It looked pretty cool.
How do you feel about being a pirate?
I think I'll play that game with you guys.
The answer to that is always going to be, yes, I want to be a pirate.
That's literally what I was saying while you guys were playing the game. I'm watching, I'm like, I think it'd be dope to be a fucking pirate.
Was I being skeptical?
Yes, you were.
Well,
like,
I'm just saying.
Think I would like. I think it'd be horrible. I'm like, dude.
I'm talking about
just
in a
for
video
like
game.
a month. Like, I want to be a pirate in real life. Just take me back in time for a month. Let me fucking do that shit and see.
First of all,
obviously your hygiene's gonna be whack, but you're gonna be drunk the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Maybe I can go to Jamaica for a minute, smoke some,
Do you know how to sail a ship?
some weed.
Do you know how to sail a ship?
I'm gonna be a pirate for a month. I'm gonna be.
That's
in a
not enough
pirate.
time to learn how to sail a ship.
No. I'm gonna be in a pirate's body that's already trained in this shit for a month.
I see you've thought about this a lot.
Let me live this, okay? Let me live my fucking fairy tale. Don't try to ruin it for me and make it all realistic and shit. I'm going back in time as a pirate.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna find some treasure. I'm gonna get a map, follow the map, get some treasure, get some weed on the way, be drunk and fucking high at the same time.
Drinking champagne on the airwaves?
No, drinking whiskey on the fucking boat. Is that what they drink? No, rum.
It's grog. I think technically.
Rum.
Grog.
They definitely said rum.
In Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah.
We're gonna go with
that is not a basis of fact for pirates.
Rum and weed. Get my treasure. Find a few nice little ladies.
Winches, yep. Gotta have some winches.
Make sure that's the thing that may be nasty though. Their hygiene may be whack.
Obviously,
and if their
they're not gonna
hygiene's whack, I don't know how I'd feel about it. Obviously, you're gonna get thirsty after a while.
Gotta do something.
So, but as far as me like going down there, or them going down.
Why is this a topic of discussion right now? I'm talking about a video game right now.
I just don't see that being hot shot.
It's not. That's what I'm telling you. This isn't. Realistically, this would not be fun.
That's why I only want to do it for a month. Just 1 month. Fucking ball out, get my treasure, have some fun.
You're literally describing the game. You just play the game, though. You can do that for more than a month. You don't have to learn how to sail. Although you kind of do, apparently. I was playing it with Martin, and
I watched you crash.
Right. Well, that wasn't my fault. He didn't raise the sails.
It wasn't my fault.
Anyway, so I was just driving the boat because I was the captain. Obviously, I was steering. I thought I knew what I was doing. The golden thing means the wheel is going straight. You turn it to the left, you want to go left. You turn it to the right, you want to go right. That's not how it works.
You got to use the wind.
You got to follow the wind. You got to point your sail towards the wind to go the fastest way. It's ridiculous.
I'm probably fairly good at that already just because of Zelda the Wind Waker back in the day on GameCube.
You already know all this shit.
You had to travel with the sail, and that game was fun. The graphics were whack,
sure,
but the game was fun.
The graphics are beautiful in this game.
The graphics of Wind Waker look similar to the graphics of this game, like cartoony.
Sure, yeah.
That's why I didn't like it, because I was not like that. But this game does look fun. I've seen Martin climb up the
crow's nest.
The crow's nest. As soon as he gets to the top, he just fucking falls. And then you're fucking looking out your fucking map like a moron, and you fall off the goddamn ship, and it just fucking goes 50 feet away. And you're over here like, stop! What are you doing? He's yelling at Martin and shit. So I was the anchor down without putting the sails up, and the thing's just dragging down the water.
Yeah, the boat just basically rips apart almost.
The thing I like about that game is you told me that there's potential of other pirates coming anytime. You just gotta fight. But I haven't seen it.
Well, right before you came in, actually, Martin and I had found a guy while he was still installing his game.
Did you fuck him up?
I found him on an island. I saw his ship, docked outside of it. I was like, let's go fuck this guy up. So we did. So we marched down over there. I shot myself out of a cannon, I think.
What?
Because that's a thing you can do to aerial assault him from the sea while Martin was still on the boat. So I went on there. No, he hadn't installed the game yet. That's a different time. So I went out there, and I hear gunshots.
Oh, shit.
It's like, fuck, someone's out here, man. So then I just go around the island looking for treasure because I couldn't find this guy. I thought I saw him, but I just couldn't. And then, bam, I get a shot. I was like, fuck. I turn around. This guy's like moving around, like shaking back left and
he's
forth.
strafing on your
Yeah,
ass.
it's bullshit. This ain't Halo, motherfuckers. This is pirates. They didn't know how to do that shit.
Yeah, they had a 4-shot him.
I fucking killed him, man.
Did you? Is it hard to kill people?
Not at all. It's pretty easy and it's super fun.
Were you nervous as fuck?
I was panicking. It's like, fuck, shoot.
You and Martin need to stream that shit because you guys are funny on there together.
We absolutely should stream. Well, so, like I said, the reason I brought it up is because may stream that in the future. Guys, look out for that.
Yeah, you motherfuckers better not just come on there and try to kill us on purpose. Like, we need to form an alliance. Have like 10 ships. Dude, could you imagine 10 ships just covering one part of the ocean, and then one poor soul just comes by?
Neighborhood.
We're gonna somehow form a barrier, so he has to go through 2 ships. I just want those cannons, Pirates of the Caribbean style, and just fuck them up.
Or we can
Euron Greyjoy that shit.
Oh Jesus.
Or what's the uncle's name?
That's Euron Greyjoy.
Euron?
Yeah.
Just fucking bombard somebody's ship and fuck them up.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Game is honestly kind of empty, like content-wise. Like you have a small boat and you have a big boat and you have a bunch of customization options, but that's
They
basically
may add some more shit in the future.
That's what people are saying, that it kind of got released early. The publisher forced it out. So they'll be releasing some content.
That's cool.
Later on.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, I think that's all we got so far. So this has been Passive and Aggressive. I'm Dalton
First
Johnston.
episode. I'm Nick Marchwinski. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe, rate the shit. If you like it, rate it 5 stars. If you don't like it, rate it 1 star and tell us why we suck dick. And then maybe we'll put it on the podcast.
Probably not, though. Don't get your hopes
Hater
up.
mail. But yeah, share the shit, give us a comment, like, and stay tuned for the YouTube videos.
See you guys.